Looks like we're almost out of beer.
Don't try anything or I'll shoot the shit out of you.
Pick me, all of you.
There's some spooky stuff going on a dollar bill, man. I mean, and it's green, too.
Rick Linklater's Dazed and Confused, I think maybe the greatest, maybe along with Rio Bravo, the greatest hangout movie ever made. One of the things about Dazed and Confused that's just so terrific that is you could every time you watch it, if you watch it every 3 years or 4 years, the characters are like your friends, and you're hanging out with them again, seeing your old friends.
He actually came and visited me on the set after he had just finished up Dazed and Confused. He visited me on the set of Pulp Fiction, and then the movie opened up, and it was that and Carlito's Way were the only two movies I saw at the theaters while I was making Pulp Fiction. It's like I couldn't concentrate on any of the movies, but I wanted to see Rick's movie and I needed to see the new De Palma movie. So those were the two that I saw. But over the course of the years, and not just because it actually follows my time, more or less, my era, the 70s, growing up, is Dazed and Confused has actually meant a lot to me. And it means a lot to a lot of people. I mean, I don't think there's probably any other movie you can think of that, at least now, 3 different generations of college students have all seen multiple times.
I would like to dedicate this first lick to your mother. Fucker.
My favorite little memory, to put it to me, as far as Dazed and Confused was concerned, is about 11 years ago, I went to Amsterdam to jumpstart the writing of a script. At the height of my loneliness, I went to a video store called Mondo Video that had cool shit in Amsterdam, and I rented Dazed and Confused. And I took it to my hotel room and I watched it. And all of a sudden, I wasn't lonely anymore. Because I'd seen the movie so often, and one of the things that I loved about the movie, and I like hangout movies anyway, it's a real hangout movie. And you really get to know all the characters, the little ones, the big ones, all of them. You really get to know this whole community of people in the course of this film. And that goes beyond just about it being in the 70s. It goes beyond about it being in Texas. It just goes on to a human experience. And those people have become my friends over these last 20 years since that movie has existed. And at the height of my loneliness, I watched Dazed and Confused, and I wasn't lonely anymore because I was with my friends.
He proceeded to tell us the crazy adventure that he had been on in Europe and France.
And it was freaking crazy.
And it was freaking crazy. And then when it was over, I go, you've got to make a movie about that. That's got to be your first movie. And that is exactly his first movie. It's the story. It's Killing Zoe is a slightly more fancified version
it's a little bit.
It wasn't a bank robbery, all right? But all the other shit turned it into a movie. So, bad thing, Roger's best friend killed himself. Good thing, he came up with his first movie.
Yeah, which by the way, you remember the first title for it, right? The title you wanted it to be, which was...
Oh, right, Roger Takes a Trip.
Roger Takes a Trip.
I still think it's a better title. I still stand by that title. My favorite moment in the movie. Well, I like it when the guy gets burned alive. All right, the hamburger scene.
That was
But I remember they were trying to talk you to cut out, and they go, "No, you can't cut that out. I'm taking my name off." Well, they're like, "Well, I don't know.
Everyone is afraid.
Is it too rough? Is it too rough?"
Everyone's afraid. Everyone operates out of fear.
I'm taking my name off. But it's the scene that my favorite scene is the scene with Hugh Anglon when he walks into the close-up.
Oh yeah,
and he's just like, wait a minute. He's like remembering what he heard, and and he realizes, explain the scene.
I'm going to.
I said explain the scene. Don't tell me what you felt about it at that moment. What does that have to do with what I like? But I thought the whole idea about it. No, but I thought
I did some ADR.
I thought the whole idea. Is he puts it all together. He realized that there's something going on, that the cops are doing this, or Eric Stoltz is dirty with him. And it all hits him. He's ready to do something else, and he walks into a close-up, and it all hits him. But now we, the audience, know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I know, but the frustrating part for me about what you're talking is like, I don't care how the sausage was made. I like the sausage. I wanted you to talk about the sausage.
Beat Takashi's Sonatine, which he directed,
wrote, produced, edited, and is the star of. And we were really proud to release it here in America. Actually, the film that you're about to see has played all over the world and has gotten quite a bit of acclaim in all the different festivals it played and everything. And the film is actually has made Beat Takashi one of the most exciting directors to come out of Japan in the last decade. And I think when you see the movie, you'll understand why. It's a slightly different take on the standard Yakuza film. Now let me describe a little bit about the man you just saw, Beat Takashi, about his career, kind of catch you up to date with Sonatine. Beat Takashi is a very successful actor in Japan, but he was primarily known as a comedian. One thing you need to know about the Japanese Yakuza film is it's a long-standing genre in Japan. The Yakuza or Yakuza is the Japanese equivalent of the mob. Which brings us now to what Beat Takashi did with them when he did Sonatine. Beat Takashi came out with these 3 cut your head off films of full-on brutality, all right, which was, kind of blew everyone's mind, all right? And oddly enough, actually, maybe not oddly enough, these films actually didn't do that well in Japan. They got a tremendous amount of press. He was extremely, he was taken as one of the most exciting directors to emerge in Japan in the last decade. But box office-wise, they only did okay. It was the first film I had seen since I had been doing my take on gangster pictures that I was like, oh wow, this guy's kind of after the same thing I'm after. Now, if you saw the Chungking Express video, I said something like that about Wong Kar-wai, but it was more like about where Wong Kar-wai is coming from as far as his style and his, I don't know, je ne sais quoi. But as far as with Beat Takashi, it truly is. He's actually kind of going down the exact same road I'm going in his own Japanese Beat Takashi way. And it's like, it's his, and he's much more of a minimalist than I am, which is, again, one of the things I love about his work. And just the whole scene with the Russian roulette scene is one of the most funny and surprisingly shocking scenes I've ever seen. And I think that's a true masterpiece scene. But this was just like a bracing bucket of cold water in the face of the Japanese film industry and Yakuza films, and the critics loved it. So the film's played all over the world, has gotten all kinds of acclaim. Beat Takashi is actually the first Japanese filmmaker in maybe a decade to kind of make a big break from Japan onto the world film scene, and so we were just really proud to finally get it. So you can actually see it here in America, with the right subtitles, and we're just real proud of it. Also, one other interesting thing is Beat Takashi is such a star in Japan that he was cast as one of the bad guys in the film Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves. But some Japanese money went into the making of Johnny Mnemonic. And so one of the things about it was they said, okay, we're going to put some money in the film, but you have to film 15 more additional minutes with Beat Takashi for the Japanese market. So if you see like a Japanese import of Johnny Mnemonic and everything, it's like there's going to be a lot more Beat Takashi scenes because he's so famous there, which I get a big kick out of. I still haven't seen that kind of thing from him, so I'd like to see that someday.